faster for your next Hyrox race. It's no secret that the hack to improving your Hyrox racing time is becoming a faster runner. While there are some strength and cross-training components to Hyrox racing, the reality is the majority of the race is running intervals. And if you can shave time off those intervals, you can significantly shave off your overall race time significantly so you can PR your next race and event. So in this video, I'm gonna break down how you should approach getting faster or running, whether it's your first Hyrox race or your next one that you're setting to PR. Hello there, my friend, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're new here, I'm Dr. Alyssa Olenek, PhD in exercise physiology, running, lifting, and a hybrid training coach, including a Hyroxer just like you. When we think about Hyrox racing and training, a lot of people worry about things like the sleds and the walls balls and the lunges. And while those are important and you should train and prepare for the events, too many people underestimate how much the race is just running with little exercise breaks in between. And compromised running itself and being able to run on tired legs and sustain fast and hard paces will matter far more for your overall time than your event times are alone. Of course, if you're weak in an event or weak in something specifically, work on and train that. And we have some other amazing videos about Hyrox that are a great place to get started for that. But the reality is we want to become better runners if we want to become better Hyroxers, and that means being able to run fast and repeatedly and maintaining that across the race itself. When it comes to training for Hyrox and running for your Hyrox, there's three types of workouts or training you want to think about including, whether that's running or cross-training with ergs as part of your training. The first one being easy aerobic zone 2 base building work. Now, the amount of this you need will depend on your fitness level, how much you're training overall, and or how much time you're spending each week. But if you're trying to significantly move the needle forward on your Hyrox performance, you're going to want to have some aerobic work in your week, that easy zone 2 stuff, whether that's on ergs like the rower, the ski, or a bike, and or running itself. You want to make sure you're including that in your training. And I would encourage you to have some of that being from running specifically itself so you can build up durability and the skill of running to translate into your Hyrox training performance. Targeting for zone 2 may be somewhere around 60 to 70% of your heart rate max, or it can be individual based off you. And I encourage you to go watch my videos on zones to learn more about what that means and what that can look like for you. The next is going to be hard interval running. Now, you're running 1K intervals during your Hyrox race, and it's important to practice and train the efforts that you might be running those at, but you also can run faster than those intervals and efforts in order to get faster for your Hyrox racing and training. I do love a good 1K interval and did use a lot of those in preparation for my Hyrox races, but I also used a variety of distances too, from 500 meter repeats, 800 meter repeats, even 200 meter repeats to practice my maximal running effort or speed, to simply work on getting faster or practicing running faster, or having a variety of these within your speed training when it comes to Hyrox racing. These are going to be more of your zone 4 or zone 5 intervals, and there's going to be all out hard repeat days, much like track workouts that you might use for racing and race training. When you think about training for a Hyrox, what effort and pace should you be trying to aim to work towards for these intervals for this race? For most of you watching this doing a solo race, the effort that you're being able to sustain most likely for a solo race is going to be somewhere between your 10K pace and effort and your half marathon pace and effort. More fit individuals who are comfortable and more confident running at higher efforts and paces, or maybe have a better running age or fitness level, will likely lean closer to that 10K effort or your threshold effort and pace. Where less fit or less experienced or maybe more novel runners and individuals might shift closer to maybe that half marathon or your zone 3 effort and pace during the race. So that's a good place to think about where you might be running or racing or aiming for during that event. Now, if you're doing a doubles event with a faster partner and you're running about similar speeds, at the fastest you might be looking at running at something closer to your 5K effort for those 1K intervals, all the way then to that 10K or threshold effort. Again, based off where you fall at with the fitness, your partner that you're running with, and or how you can maintain running under fatigue. Again, these are just rough guidelines for you. You will get a better idea through training where these paces might fall for you or racing experience and figuring out what you need to work on. The biggest thing will be not blowing yourself up in the event so you can maintain those harder running paces, because it might look different if you go too hard and sled push and pull and then can't run out of it. The third type of running workout that you're going to need for your Hyrox training race is going to be compromised running. These are running workouts where you're doing things like strength exercises and then immediately going into a running interval or a hard running interval. Typically, these are going to look like more functional fitness, Metcon-y, Hyrox-y specific conditioning workouts where you're alternating between things like maybe weighted lunges, sled pushes and pulls, wall balls, ergs, and or burpees, and then going into running intervals in between. These are a great way to stimulate what it feels like to run on tired legs, getting better at practicing running on tired legs, and on training yourself that discomfort and tolerance of running under fatigue or on tired legs. It's great to use in race-specific training phases and building up to that. And I use and have used compromised running for my Hyrox preparation. But I think far too many Hyrox athletes think that is the most important type of running that they do in their training program. And I'm here to let you know that you will not ever get faster by doing just compromised running workouts, because you will never run as fast compromised as you will in a pure interval workout, and or build the aerobic base and engine that you do in easier zone 2 more aerobic training and workouts. So don't fall into the trap that thinking that every run or every hard workout needs to be compromised for it to be efficient and effective in making you fast. If you want to get faster, use running as the tool to get faster. Use compromised workouts for you to hone in and refine that speed under fatigue and pacing leg demanding exercises while still maintaining hard efforts and running paces. More aerobically trained, more aerobically fit, better runners are going to be better compromised runners than the best compromised runner who doesn't have good running fitness. The goal is to be able to maintain a low heart rate or faster paces coming out of fatigue-based exercises, not just blow up your legs and be able to hold on. And to be able to do that, you need to do that by refining it in the other types of workouts that you're doing in the gym. But then of course, practicing it in these Hyrox specific circumstances and or getting better then in these workouts and managing that neuromuscular fatigue and or lactate accumulation and running and maintaining through that, or getting better at your pacing. What that looks like maybe is going slower or more moderate in your hard sled pushes or lunges or wall balls or whatever you're doing in the strength component of your compromised workouts, and then going slow out of those so that you can go hard into your next running interval and repeat and recover to be able to repeat and do that again. The goal with Hyrox is not to start out fast and fatigue as you go, but also be able to sustain that effort across the race so you can keep going as hard in each of those intervals, or pace and pick up as you go towards the end of the race, not fatigue and drop off. And that's something that you can practice in these compromised running workouts. The reality is some of the best Hyroxers in the world are good runners. They're better runners than you and me and most of us, and that's why they're so dang good at this sport. That doesn't mean that strength's not important. You absolutely should include strength programming in it. It doesn't mean conditioning and cross-training isn't important. It is, but no one's winning the race in the ski or even the row. They're winning it in the run, and that's why you should focus on those as part of your training if you want to get faster and improve your Hyrox training times. If you're looking for a Hyrox program that includes all of these components, strength, Hyrox-specific workouts, easy runs, and specific interval runs that are intentional on their own or done in a compromised way that's strategic to actually get you to your first Hyrox or help you PR the next one, check us out at The List Method. We have a fantastic Hyrox program that helps you do exactly this. And I'm telling you right now, some of those compromised running workouts that I did in preparation for my first few Hyroxes really did me in, but got me really prepared for that day. But the hard running that I did outside of those is what allowed me to improve race after race. And I'm so excited to share the same techniques and approaches with you. If you're still not ready to dive into a program, but you want to learn how to get better for your Hyrox race or event, I'm going to link my Hyrox Accelerator here for you. My Hyrox Accelerator is a completely free resource that will help you walk through what you need to do to improve station by station and get ready and prepared for your first Hyrox race. Whether you're ready to dive into a program and train for your first race, or you're still Hyrox curious, I hope you hit that subscribe button and follow me here because we have some amazing Hyrox content to help you crush your Hyrox race and join the cult of hybrid rock stars. It's just as cringy as to say that as I think that it is. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know below what other questions you have about Hyrox and you want me to answer in the next video. Otherwise, I'll catch you on the next one.